Prep Test 90 Game 2. In this game, we have 3 games of ping pong getting played by F, G, H, J, L, and M. Rule 1. F and G can't play the first game. Rule 2. J and L can't play the third game. Rule 3. F plays G or F plays H. Rule 4. G can't play J. Now that we've got the rules, let's figure out our floaters and draw some inferences. M has no rules attached, so M is a floater. Remember, inferences come from understanding the consequences of rules and rule interaction. Let's look at a couple consequences of these rules. The biggest consequence of Rule 1 is that it makes it so that F can only play Game 2 or Game 3. This really limits the worlds we can have. Let's draw worlds from here and iterate out. In World 1, we have F playing Game 2. In this world, J and L must play Game 1. This is because they can't play Game 2, and the rules don't allow them to play Game 3. Therefore, they must play Game 1. Remember, F must play with G or H. That leaves either G or H to play in Game 3 with M. M must play Game 3 because it's the last remaining open space. It doesn't matter who F plays in World 1. Either way, J and L play in Game 1, and M plays in Game 3. Our next worlds are kind of split. Let's start with World 2 where F plays Game 3. When we make F play Game 3, it kind of does matter who F plays. Let's start with F playing G. If F plays G, J, L, H, and M are free to play wherever. There's really no rules attached to them because they've satisfied all the rules. Now that we've got that down, let's head to World 3. In World 3, let's make F play H in Game 3. In this world, we still have some rules to satisfy. G and J can't play, so that forces J to play in Game 1. Remember, G can't play in Game 1, so J must. L and M are free to play in the remaining 2 open spots. It doesn't really matter who, just draw them both. This world is done, and we're ready for questions. Question 6, what's acceptable? On these, we just go one rule at a time and eliminate violators. Only D doesn't violate a rule, so D's are. Question 7, if M plays Game 3, who does L play? If M plays Game 3, that means we're in World 1. That's the only world where M plays Game 3. In this world, J and L are playing Game 1, so the answer is the one that says J. Question 8, J plays Game 2, what could be true? On this question, we're going to be in World 2. That's the only one where J can play Game 2. We're going to pick between, it looks like, H, L, and M to play Game 1, and H, L, and M, one of them is going to play Game 2. So a lot of options for our could be true, but E is the only one that looks like it's popping up, so E is our answer. Question 9, we get F versus H. What must be true? We got to look at World 1 and World 3 here. In both worlds, F plays H, J plays Game 1, aka answer C. Okay, question 10 says, how many can play Game 2? On these, we just got to write out all our pieces. If they can play in Game 2, then we check them off. Looks like F can, G can, H can, L can, M can, and J can, so all 6. Our answer choice is E. Question 11 is telling us to replace the G can't play J rule. This is probably the trickiest question on the whole thing. Substitute questions can be tough if we don't understand the consequences of the rule that we're trying to substitute for. The consequences of the rule that G can't play J, there's a couple. The first one is that G only plays L, M, or F. Okay, that might be the answer. If we have one that says G only plays L, M, or F, then that's going to be our answer. We don't have that. The other consequence of the rule is that J only plays Game 2 if G is playing F in Game 3. So something like that is going to be our answer. And what do you know it? B is exactly consequence 2. We got to figure out the consequences of the rules to attack these questions, but once we do, we're money.